Doom community, we gotta talk. The past few days since the DLC released have been rough. It almost marks a week. Tomorrow, for me, as the time of recording this, will be a week from the release of the DLC. And some people think it's good, and some people think it's bad, to put it simply. Now, people have the right to their own opinions, but when I start seeing bigger named Doom Eternal YouTubers putting out clickbaity thumbnails saying why I hate Doom Eternal, or maybe that's an exaggeration, putting things out like Doom Eternal, his DLC is disappointing, or Dear id Software, or other videos saying it's terrible, pretty much. At least making the thumbnail look exaggerated. I understand that making clickbaity type thumbnails is what gets you views, and views means money, and everybody needs money, everybody wants money. It makes sense. It's a business move. But when such big Doom Eternal names are saying what they're saying, at least even just in a thumbnail, then you can really start making the community hive mind with each other. And people will think, oh, well, because Under the Mayo is being an asshole to id Software, then maybe I can. And I'm quoting him. He's a great guy. I mean, I haven't really talked to him personally much, if not ever, but he's probably a great guy.
I'll act like an asshole all I want while I'm talking about the Resident Evil 3 remake because Capcom sucks and they just handed it off to their B team. I was justified in being pissed off in that review. With Doom Eternal, I both highly respect and admire the people there and the work they do, and I'm heavily invested as a fan in what they do next, and in how they approach the community around this game. I made the first review based on the script I started writing the day after I played Tag 2, so it carried over a lot of those initial emotional frustrations I had, as well as my actual points of critique and ideas for improvement. And I think that communicating the emotional side of it can be important, but I gotta say that I don't like the effect it's having.
I mean, no shame on the people doing this. It makes sense why, a little bit. But I wish they just thought it through more. When you put out something that basically talks smack about the company or what the product that they put out, then you better be prepared for your however many fans to probably agree with you, whether you have substantial evidence or whether you actually believe what you said or not. If you make it convincing, you're putting something out. Now, the main reason I bring this up is because the Doom YouTuber Hump put out a video named Dear id Software with the ID capitalized, which was just funny to me that he got that wrong. But anyways, and throughout the entirety of the video, he just smack talks Doom Eternal.
Hello, it's Software. I was just wondering, right, would it be a big problem for you guys to make the stupid changes you made to the filtering maybe optional, like the stars above their heads and the stupid noise it makes? Just make it optional, you know, instead of forcing it on us, and maybe stop trying to make the game accessible for little children, because every time I complete a fucking task in this game it shows me a camera shot of like where I need to go, which button I need to press. Can you guys maybe also stop nerfing shit? Why can't I precision bolt a Marauder now to stun him? That's actually stupid. And why did you remove the Possessed Baron in the fucking Blood Swamps? Why did you remove a lot of Demon Spawns in the Ancient Gods one? Like, are you really trying to make this game easier for people? When was the DLC ever supposed to be easy? And if you are a game journalist or whatever the fuck, if you are a gamer in general and you beat the fucking campaign, right, of Doom Eternal, and you cannot even beat the Ancient Gods Part 1 on I'm Too Young to Die after that, there is something wrong with your brain and you should go see a doctor. Because what the fuck? I don't know why you are trying to make the game so accessible to people. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, we're not stupid idiots with little bingo bang brains. Like, come on, man. Just stop nerfing the game and fuck off.
Which, I mean, I guess anybody who's passionate over a product can say whatever the hell they want. But he has to understand the responsibility he has over his, as of now, 16,500 subscribers, which is a substantial amount, especially in the tight Doom community. Now, regardless of whether or not the creators would have put out content like this, there would have been some division. id Software made some changes for accessibility reasons. Now, for whatever reason, Hump doesn't understand why id Software would put out something like this. He has an elitist mindset on why they did it.
I don't know why you are trying to make the game so accessible to people. It doesn't make any sense to me.
He has to understand that most players don't play even remotely amazingly. I bet most players who are on computers still use Weapon Wheel just because. Now, there's a reason that it's an accessible game. It's a AAA game with a high budget of a big named studio. They're not going to be putting out a product that is only accessible to a certain percentage, to the top percentage. They want everybody to be able to play it, from your grandma to your dad to your sibling to you being the best in this situation or example. It should be accessible to everybody. Sure, there were some stylistic things that people didn't like, that even I didn't like. I didn't like how there were stars when someone would get stunned or falter, whatever you want to say. But that doesn't mean you can go and put out a video talking about how they messed up completely. They had an obligation to put out this DLC by a year from when they published Doom Eternal. Now, obviously, everyone's in quarantine. They tried their best. Of course, they're going to update it and listen to the fans as it comes out. But when it gets to this crazy, when people start talking about spamming Hugo Martin's Facebook, then you know the community has crossed a line and is going ballistic. And I'm trying to see, why is this happening? Of course, like I mentioned prior, people are outraged because it's their baby. They want to see Doom Eternal the best that it can be, in their opinion. Now, people like Hump just seem to not understand the design choice. Like, listen to this.
Whenever I approach a super gore nest after beating it for the first time, it shows me this warning: this is only for professional players. How about I find that out for myself instead of you telling me? It would be way better if players don't get that prompt and it's just like, oh hey, harder demons are spawning in now, so I guess I'm gonna have to beat them now, instead of a fucking warning showing up on your screen. And once you're done with these challenges, it pauses your game to show you that your Sentinel Hammer has upgraded. Why does it have to pause my game? These things are so dumb and annoying.
Let me go to his page. Now let me go to his community tab. And I noticed he came out with a big paragraph after he posted the video, Dear id Software, that came out just 3 days ago from recording this. He said, the Doom community is an absolute shit show right now. My video wasn't exactly that fair either. Okay, at least he addresses his video isn't that fair. But the fact that people are review bombing this game is now straight up pathetic. I mean, makes sense. If you talk about something that badly, people will obviously review bomb, considering your fan base too. Hugo Martin and everyone at id, again uppercase, is always listening to feedback. We cannot always expect them to get it right or deliver the perfect DLC. Of course, especially because they're working from home, as they made it clear time and time again. I honestly think there's a good reason behind the DLC being a lot shorter, and I also think despite getting things worse, everyone should stop raging about it, and we should all just wait for them to address it. Yeah, we should all just wait for them to address it, but also we should make a video, a 2-minute video, talking about how bad it was, and saying that id Software thinks we're dumb because they added these accessibility changes.
Like, we're not stupid idiots with little bingo bang brains. Like, come on, man, just stop nerfing the game and fuck off.
By almost antagonizing them, which is immature to me. My guess is that they had to finish it before March 20th, of course, because of the year 1 pass. And even though they thought that they'd be able to do it, COVID screwed it over with their schedule, and now we have this. He says it as if it's some amalgamation, some mutant product. But we'll find out soon enough. I know I am a part of the problem too with the video. At least he manned up to addressing it. I mean, no shame on the guy. It makes sense that he wanted views, quick views. Which is why I'm making this post. That video was a mistake and is clearly sending the wrong message. Yes, the video is such a mistake, he left it up because it's getting fat views. Now, I'm glad he decided to be the bigger man here. It was great. No shame on the guy. I love the guy. His content can be hilarious sometimes. Sometimes it's a little too sarcastic, in my opinion, that it can at any time honestly send the wrong message. But if you can get offended by certain things that he posts, and maybe this isn't the right YouTuber for you. But I like the guy. I honestly don't know why I'm not subscribed. I will subscribe now because I like his content. Now, I think he was being a little quick. He was jumping the gun when he posted this video about Doom Eternal. And now we go to Cynic the Original, who, as his name implies, is very cynical. He's poked fun at other content creators, not specifically, but he's poked fun at them when they were analyzing the teaser and the trailer just a few days before it came out, which was pretty funny. He posted a video with a thumbnail like that, and it says, the title is called, Why is Ancient Gods Part 2 So Disappointing? Now, before you even click the video, you have to understand the message that gives to all of his fans that are reading that. They're probably all, well, not probably, you could tell he's not very happy with it. He's asking the question, the theoretical question, why is this product that my whole channel revolves around disappointing? Which, like I said, with a huge fan base like this, you have to be careful with what you put out, especially when they can jump the gun just like you did when you made a video like this. They can jump the gun, and then they can start hating on Doom Eternal, and they can tell their friends to start hating on Doom Eternal, which everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But when your entire YouTube career is centered around this product, and then you start smack talking the one product that your YouTube is based off of, then when someone that advocates for Doom Eternal this much, like Cynic and Mayo and Hump and other Doom YouTubers, say that the product is bad or disappointing, then it makes sense why the fans who might not have their career based off this product will also say, you know, if this person who their career is on this product, is on this video game, say that this one video game that they play is bad, then oh boy, then it must be really bad. And then people on Steam will start reviewing it negatively, just like they did when the Denuvo anti-cheat came out. People hive mind. You can't stop that from happening, but it happens regardless. So 5 hours ago, I noticed he put Ancient Gods Triumphs overshadowed by hate, which, of course, it has triumphs. But let's not mention that in our first videos, and let's just say the bad things about it. I mean, I've seen it. He does say good things. He does a very good job at what he states. I mean, it makes sense. But the thumbnail and the title is a very clickbaity title, but no, not too much shame in it. I mean, again, they're making money this way. It makes sense, I guess. It's a business move. Maybe it's not good for the community, but to each their own. Now he put out people are just putting out 2 reviews at this point. They're putting out a negative one, and then they are like, oh, sorry, id Software. It's pretty funny, but it's also really sad that the community is doing this. The fact that people on Discord are even remotely talking about spamming Hugo Martin's Facebook over this is terrible. Now we get to Under the Mayo, who is almost at 100,000 subscribers. He made an Ancient Gods Part 2 re-review addressing the difficulty and the community backlash, which is a 25-minute video. And he points out a lot of good things, and I think he did the respectable thing. He put out a video, he mentions that he was an asshole about the first one, and he says that he was jumping the gun, basically. He was unfair to it. He didn't realize how much, well, I think he realized it. He didn't take into account how much id Software actually cares for their game, and how much they want it to thrive, just like the community does. At least most of the community does. And I think he was the bigger man here, 100%. Because he took down his other video, his video regarding Doom Eternal and mentioning all its negative things, which sadly I don't have a screenshot of the title or the thumbnail, so I can't really say if it was a good clickbaity one or if it was a clickbaity one or if it was a normal one. Whatever. He did great. He deleted it. He made a new video. Of course, it has negative opinions. The DLC isn't perfect. It never will be. Nothing can be perfect. People will always argue over the last thing, like a final boss or an ending. It makes sense. They'll rework it over time. But please, if you are a Doom Eternal content creator, whether you have 100 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers, please don't come out with a negative video that is, well, a hyper negative video just to get fast views, to then come out with another video saying, I'm sorry, because that can break up a community really, really fast, and that's what's happening over this week. And it's sad to see my favorite game lose its tight-knitted community. A lot of the people are falling apart in this community right now over just a couple videos, and it's surprising and it's scary. So please just be careful. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I think Hump Cynic the Original and Under the Mail are great people. I love their content. I see it all the time. They're Doom YouTubers. They share the same interest I do. They love the game. I love the game. They want to see it thrive. I want to see it thrive. Just, they have to be careful with what they say and how they say it, considering how big their fan base is. It can go south really fast. Well, I try to make this video as fast as possible because I am honestly worried about where the community is going right now, considering there are so many Discord texts that I'm not even going to bring up regarding Hugo Martin and his family and other things that are directed at the actual id Software employees that, of course, nobody should ever condone. I don't think any of these YouTubers are, of course, these YouTubers aren't condoning this, but it's somehow leading up to this. So I wanted to make this fast, and again, no hate to Hump, Cynic the Original, or Under the Mayo. They obviously are bigger YouTubers than me. They obviously can pump out content a lot faster than me. They love the game. I love the game. It just went south really fast, and it's just a worrying thing to see. Now, we all want to see it thrive, and let's see how these next updates will fix the problems that happened with the Ancient Gods Part 1. Alright guys, stay salty. Adios.
FBI, fine on us to the radio antennas and them